Hi, I'm Tamsin from Babbling Books. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of my favorite books about zombies. Zombie novels are one of my favorite sort of subgenres of science fiction, and there's lots of great books to choose from in this genre, but I think I'll just share three of my favorites with you today. So first up in my recommendations is the Newsflash Trilogy by Mina Maud. I absolutely love this trilogy. It is sassy and fun and witty, and it's all about bloggers, so who wouldn't love that? That focuses mainly on a teenage girl who is a blogger, a very popular blogger, during the zombie apocalypse. It's mainly been stabilized and they're sort of living in reservations protected from zombies. And she's a political reporter, reporting about the things which the government are trying to cover up. And along the way, she uncovers all sorts of backstabbing and bribery and conspiracy and different things. And it's such a great book. Obviously, all of the titles are each puns. So we've got Feed, Blackout, and Deadline. The story just builds and builds and introduces new characters throughout the trilogy. The first one's brilliant, but all three of them together as a trilogy are really great reads. My second recommendation of zombie books is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. This is a book which really took me by surprise. I picked it up in an airport bookshop and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I looked at the cover and I kind of expected it to be a contemporary, but definitely it wasn't, and it really threw me. But it's a really beautiful story about human connection, relationships between teachers and students, and the kind of pseudo-parent relationship which can come from some of those. There's also a bit of action and a bit of drama, lots of personal exploration and lots of emotions. It's a really lovely book, and I think it's one which is very surprising and had a lot of twists and turns throughout it, which kept taking me by surprise over and over again. My last recommendation for my favorite zombie novels has to be World War Z by Max Brooks. This is a great zombie novel. It's probably one of the more famous ones, and I imagine that quite a few of you might have already read it. But it's told in the style of a United Nations style report, where there's interviews with different people who experienced the zombie apocalypse. There's also documents and lots of different character perspectives. So it's not a single narrative with a main protagonist or anything like that. So it is quite an unusual style of book to read, and the style could be a little bit jarring if you're not used to reading that kind of book, but it's definitely really, really interesting, and it's a different take on the way that a zombie novel or an apocalypse novel in general can be told. Definitely one that I really enjoyed, and it is quite different to the movie if you happen to have seen the movie with Brad Pitt in it. So those are my recommendations of my favorite zombie reads. I hope this might have inspired you to read some books about zombies, and if you happen to have already read some terrific zombie novels, please let me know in the comments below. I would definitely love to check them out. Happy reading!